Hello, Robert Schwartztrauber here from Photoshop Tip Cards. Today I wanted to show you a little secret regarding the layer mask. In previous videos I showed you how effective the layer mask is for erasing parts of images when you're using a cutout or whatnot. And today I wanted to show you a little tip that will help make your layer mask a little bit easier to follow when you're using it to erase. So today we're going to be using two keys to show the layer mask highlighter. One is the backslash key, which is located right above the enter key on your keyboard, usually between the enter and backspace keys. It's the slanting backspace. The second one we're going to use in conjunction with that is a little squiggle that's located next to the number 1, just to the left of the number 1 on most keyboards. You'll need to use the shift key to access that, but it's a little squiggle right on top. So to get right into it, actually, here is a sample of a photo that I'm trying to overlay the deer onto the railroad tracks. As you can see, I had two pictures there. Let me scroll down here. I had the background layer, and then I had the deer that I overlaid on top of that. So what I'm going to do is show you how the layer mask works to get rid of the outside lines whenever you're doing a cutout. Typically you won't have it perfect when you're laying it in there, so you need to do a little fine-tuning on your image once you get it overlaid. So here's the deer, and you can see there's bits of green from where he was cut out from his grassy area, and here I've highlighted a little bit more to show you. And here's our demo layer, or I'll show you the layer mask. In fact, let me just I'll discard the layer mask right now, and I'll show you we're on our layer with the deer. And if we wanted to erase the outside of there non-destructively without using the erase key, we could do it using a layer mask. And what we do is just, while we have the layer active, come down here to the little circle with the rectangle. We hit that, and you'll see that'll install layer mask over the top of it. Now, if you recall from the previous layer mask, when we use black, we get rid of what's here and reveal the underlying layer, and if we use white, we can put that back and show it. So typically what we do is grab the black and our brush key, our brush tool, and we have it set at 100% opacity because we want to erase everything here, and we would typically click on it, and you can see as I click on it, it starts to erase and go away, which is nice when you've got a nice clear, two easily separated contrasting areas. But once we get down here to the green, it's a little bit harder to tell exactly where I'm going with my brush tool. So what we can do is, while we're on the layer mask, on your keypad, hit the backslash key, and all of a sudden we've got our tracks being shown by the highlighter here. You can see that it's grayed out over the area where I'm clicking, so it makes it a little easier to see. Now that won't affect our photo at all. It's just an effect that Photoshop puts on there so we can see what we're doing a little bit easier. If I was to print my image right now, you would not see that gray highlighter for the masked area. Now, the other thing you can do over here, normally we can kind of track what we're doing by looking at our layer mask, but sometimes it's a little hard to see. So once you've clicked the backslash key, if you go over and hit the squiggle key, which is shift and squiggle, all of a sudden our image becomes big over here, and we can see exactly where we've highlighted. If you can turn that on and off, so we can flip between screens. So when you're all finished, hopefully around the entire edge of your deer, you'll be able to see the perimeter of a deer marked off here, and that will help you determine where your layer mask has been applied. It'll also show you in the varying opacities. We used 100% around the outside to get rid of it, but if we were masking here on the inside, maybe just a little fine tuning around the edge, you can see it makes it a little bit. You can track the opacity, so you can see as I overlay each layer, it erases a little bit more until finally, I could click it until it was black and erasing the whole thing. So there's a little tip for using the layer mask to help you see what you're doing a little bit better. Use a shift to toggle that off. Hit the backslash key again to make your highlighter disappear. And again, none of the effects that I showed here using the backslash key or the squiggle appear in your final print when you're finished. It's just a little helpful tool that Photoshop hides in there for you. That's our tip for today. This is Robert Schwarztrauber with Photoshop Tip Cards, inviting you to come over and grab yourself a set of cards and join our list to keep updated on new videos as they become available. Thanks for watching.